It's me and Mrs. and Little Miss MLG all here for 3 Paint Tuesday. And I can't find my paint. It's gone walkies. There it is. Found it. Spotted it. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hydrate for Pete.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Awesome. Found my paint. It's there. Snuck down the back.
Good job that you found your paint.
I know. And then I need the Reichland flesh shade from over there, please, lovely.
We are not organised at all.
Here we are. It's perfectly fine.
You haven't even got your paints.
Yeah,
I've got my paints.
I'm all sorted. So Little Miss is going to be painting a Quattle. I am painting a Shana.
It's a Shana.
This lady here.
Oh, weird genie person.
This weird genie person, yeah, that's right. And Mrs. MLG is painting Sarah.
From what?
From the Hocus Pocus Anderson sisters from the Northumbrian Tin Soldier. It's Sarah Jessica Parker, isn't it? That's her name. She was in that thing about women in the city or whatever it was called.
Right.
That programme. So, do you want me to glue that onto the base for you before we start?
No, I don't really need to glue onto the base. I've got blue tack.
Okay.
Blue tack is my handy thing. Right. There we go. What colour are we going to start with? Right.
I don't know, what colour are you going to start
Since
with?
I've got a little rainbow to paint here.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about the creature?
Yes.
Um,
Tell everyone a little bit about the creature.
So, it's a Quattle. And it's a creature from South American myth. A magical creature that's a combination of bird and lizard and snake.
Snake thing! But I'm going to call it a snake thing. Because that's more easier for me. Right.
And I'm afraid that's about the extent of my knowledge on the matter.
Okay.
But I do know that it's a legend type creature, Quattle. Often appear as winged snakes.
So, the reason why I am painting the Quackle, if that's what it's called, yes, that is what it's called, is because I'm doing it for magic.
Hi, Wicked D!
Magic, I don't know what magic. The great MLG brush off. Magic. So, I need to try and find a push brush. Can I use this one?
Yeah, using my paintbrush around.
Only the paintbrush is in reach.
Little Miss is sneakily trying to use my paintbrushes.
Oh, yeah, I'm not trying to use. I'm using them because.
Does it? Yeah, alright then. It's not sneakily, she is using my paintbrushes. And the pair of you told me you were going to paint in there, and now neither of you are.
I am. I was mixing paint, thank you very much.
I am. Well, I'm trying.
Can't just tell us off for not doing something when we haven't even started doing.
I think you'll
I was
find
doing
it
it
wrong.
wrong.
So normally, on the rare occasions when Little Miss has painted on stream with us, she normally sits at my desk. But because my desk has got less room than Nathan's, she's sat with her dad. And I think he's finding it slightly harder to manoeuvre his elbows.
Well, I just have trouble coordinating myself when I'm here on my own.
Why do?
And he's had to find a dining chair rather than his normal chair because both chairs don't fit in the space. Wicked D says, "Hi, Little Miss."
Hi.
And you're more important, aren't you, little ones?
I am not. Right. Can you tell us something about your mini? Because I've got no knowledge on yours.
This is Bones Black Mini. She's a female genie, Ashana.
How wondered why she had like a weird smoky bottom bit.
So,
I don't know what it's
and this
called.
is a mini that I've fancied painting for a while. And now I'm doing it. This is for red, for Goblin Inspiration.
Looks more orange to me.
It's red. It's red,
Looks
I promise.
Looks orange.
It's actually red. And this is Holly Berry that I'm using, so this is a red paint. And previously I painted it with Ferrari Red, which is red.
Yes, okay. Right, so the colour I'm using now is flat red. But I don't even know how to say its name.
It's
By the
flat red.
Yeah, but what company is it by?
Vallejo.
Vallejo. I always struggle how to say that word. Because I don't understand.
Yeah, you'll be fine with a bit of practice.
Okay. You'll have to teach me how to say it after the stream.
Well, you just said it perfectly. Vallejo.
I'm being attacked by a fly. Just landed on my mini.
Ah!
Horrible thing.
I don't want to be attacked by it, stop blowing it our way.
You two have been playing games in the shop today as well, haven't you? What have you been playing?
We played Rhino Hero?
Yeah, and you two had a game as well.
Yeah, me and Mum had a game. What was it?
You played Colour Brain
Oh, Colour Brain.
while I was doing a little job, and then
Normal Colour Brain.
and then we played Rhino Heroes Super Battle, but we missed out some of the rules, didn't we?
Yeah, we
just
forgot
made-
to roll the dice.
Just made a big tower,
Yeah, and then you knocked it down.
and then I knocked it over because I tried to make it too big.
Then I won. Yay!
Yeah.
I kept moving my character on lower levels just for the safety. And then my character still got buried when it came crashing down.
Yeah.
Each time it was my dad's go, I kept backing away in case it fell on me.
Yeah, it was only bits of cardboard. It wouldn't have hurt you.
I know, but like, I didn't want to get a paper cut.
I don't want to get a paper cut.
Oh, hello.
And Gizmo was with us today. Everybody was in the shop today.
Yeah.
It got lots of fuss from the Yu-Gi-Oh players today.
Oh no, more people.
And he was very excited to see some more people.
I think our doggy loves people.
Well, that's half of his problem though. He loves people too much. He's the most bouncy, fun.
Yeah, it's
And
just
not everybody wants to be bounced all over by a great dog.
yeah.
Like a Tigger.
Like a Tigger.
Fancy.
Where's me pin? Where's me pokey
Pin?
tool?
Pin?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want a pin?
Well, I should
can
have.
get
I
you
should.
a pin.
Well, no, I should have one.
What's
There should
in that
be
red
one on.
container?
Please
On
stop
this-
arguing about pins. There you go.
See, I've got it.
That's what it is.
See, this is what happens when we paint together.
No, I wasn't arguing. I was just
So-
trying to find me.
Your dad said that the thing that you're painting, the quackly thing, is brightly coloured. So what colours are you going to do it?
Rainbow!
Have you got a plan, or are you just putting them all over, or in an order, or what's your idea?
Order? Maybe?
What kind
I don't know. So as you can see, I've just like put the red on the bottom bits. So I'm going from red, orange, and then yellow, then green, then blue, then purple, then pink, and then I'm going to get a dry brush and go over with some gold,
I'm not important.
brass colour. So that's what my plan is.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
So yeah, that's what
Wicked D says, right, I'm going to read this as she's written it. A family that pants together argues together. That's the saying, isn't it? And then paints. No, not pants, paints. Well, you know, I was talking about the dog at one point, so it's fine. I'm painting Sarah from Hocus Pocus. She's a Northumbrian tin soldier, mini, and they're called the Anderson sisters because they're not actually licensed. They can't be called the Sanderson sisters.
So, what do we need to do? That was just a weird
It's fine,
noise.
don't worry about the noise.
That's Pando.
That's John feeding Pando and keeping him hydrated. Can you see Pando at the top of the screen?
Oh yeah.
Can you see it?
Oh, he just said thank you.
He does, yeah. He's very, very happy little panda.
I just painted
How are
his
you, John?
face. I just painted his face by accident.
What's everybody else been up to today, though? Is it just a normal working day? Have anybody had any time off? What's everybody been doing? There's a Pokemon in chat.
Oh, Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon in chat.
Which Pokemon is it? A Gilligath.
Wicked D says she's been at boring, stupid work. Yeah, we've seen Wicked D at boring, stupid work today.
Yeah. Right. Let's move on to a different colour. Let's move on to Fire Lizard, which is orange.
Fire Lizard.
Yeah.
Sounds impressive.
It's just orange. Does anyone have a pin? I think this is blocked up. Well, doesn't it?
So what do you do if it's blocked up then? If your paint's blocked up, what are you going to do about it?
So, get your paint, take the lid off, get a pin.
And you be very careful, don't you?
Stab through that bit.
Stab yourself.
And then you put the pins in my case, give it back to my dad.
Now, what make is that paint? That's an army painter paint. Have you shaken that up very well? Because you need to shake army painter paint more than any other paint.
Yeah, there we go.
That's a lot of orange.
Oh, I've just painted myself.
Well, at least you'll know what colour it is now you've painted yourself.
Yeah, I've painted myself red already. Not rhymed, red already.
Red already.
Yeah.
Yes, was it yesterday? Yesterday we were sat outside in the rain, and I painted some little shroomies. I haven't actually got any left. In stock, but we will be getting some more. So these are the shroomy packs. You get 4. I want to say 4.
Just 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you put 2 in there.
Alright, thank you. Hi Tony. 4 in a pack, and they are random designs. So as you can see, this guy's got that foot up and that guy's got that foot up, but they were just packaged like just 4 randomly. So you might get 4 all the same, or you might get some different. There's no real telling which pose you're going to get. So I didn't get any different. I don't know if there is any different, but I didn't get any different poses than that leg up or that leg up. But that's how I painted my shroomies outside in the rain. This guy went on the floor a lot, but I just wanted to do this one a little bit different, so that one's purple. So that's what I was doing yesterday. Purple. No one caught the Pokemon. Boo.
I wasn't even
No, Wicked D, you're not supposed to just squeeze them until they explode, because that will decorate your house.
Yeah.
Why were you sat in the rain? Would Mr. MLG not? Well, he was at work, he wasn't even there. And we were at my mum's, and my mum and dad have this thing where we have to sit outside at all times.
If it's warm enough
If
weather.
it's warm enough weather, we have to sit outside. There is like a little weird cover bit.
Veranda.
Yeah, like a veranda-y bit that we were all just huddled under, painting. Because you're not allowed inside, because it's summer and we have to sit outside. So, yeah.
The rain.
But it was, I mean, we weren't getting wet, it was just...
I was getting wet.
You could just feel it a bit.
I was sat under a leaking gutter at one point.
Oh, that
That
was
is
very
not
clever. Why did you
true.
move?
You were nowhere near the leaky bit.
Burning
No,
wet still.
that is not true.
I was still getting wet. It still counts because I was getting wet. And I think it was a leaking gutter, but I was still getting wet.
I'm just making it up now.
Well, what? I thought it was a leaking gutter because I was getting wet. And I was sat under an umbrella.
So my plan with this is I've just kind of like roughly wet blended some pinks on the bottom of the thing. So
Well,
coming
it's
out of the lamp white, you see, and then it shades up to the red for her. So we put a couple of ink washes and stuff on it as well, try and like shade it a little bit better.
I didn't even notice there was a lamp.
Because it looks a bit rubbish.
I didn't even notice there was a lamp.
So I'm going to put her to one side for a minute while she dries. Well,
You're working on a lot of minis today.
yeah, well, I always try and have multiple things on the go because sometimes things take a little while to dry.
That's my orange done. So now we're going to. Did that even get wet?
Don't know what you're doing.
no.
What's going on? Oh no!
Oh dear.
Disaster strikes.
I took the lid off and I didn't look at the paint. Right, are we ready? So I didn't look at the paint pot. I just went to squeeze a little bit out. But the top of the paint had gone into the lid. So what I've actually done is just poured white all over because there's no lid on there. Look, because it's stuck in there. And I wanted a tiny pin drop amount of white, and now I have flooded my palette with white. Look, there it is, magic, it's back on, but that doesn't really help me right now, does it? So there's lots of white over here, guys, if you would like any white.
No, I'll need some white in a minute.
I was just going to put a tiny dot on her eye, and now I've got a sea of white. No, I'll probably mess this up now by trying to put a bit of white. Just paint a wall or something.
I'll need some white for my genie in a minute.
Okay, I don't think I will need white. But I'll tell
Enough
you.
for the whole road, I think.
Right. Better paint shot.
So I didn't, after we finished streaming last night, we went to watch the House of Dragons episode 2 review. Nothing happens in episode 2, it's quite boring.
I've been watching some more of the Question Team. And
Yes,
we
with
decided that
Richard.
episode 1 was the best.
Yeah. We had a couple of chuckles last night, didn't we, with what's his name, Alex Brooker and thingy.
And Thingy, that well-known one, Thingy. Richard Adewadi is funny, and obviously he's a constant in the programme, and he is funny. His dry wit is funny. But like we'd said before, depending on what guests they've got and whether you like them or like their sense of humour, etc., really does depend on whether the programme continues to be any good. But the first one, go away, dog.
No.
The first one was definitely the funniest so far. It's still worth a watch. It's still good to have on in the background and something that you don't have to really concentrate too much on. But yes.
Now I can paint it more better.
More better.
More better.
So come on then, there's 3 of you. You should be able to say something exciting.
Oh,
You've got some news on Green Stuff World, haven't you?
I have got Green Stuff World news for anybody that may be interested in Green Stuff World. Today, magic has occurred, and they have at UPS have sent me the actual invoice for the import charges for our order, which means it is imminent. The arrival should take place in the next 2 days, because this is what we've been waiting for the past 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah. So we got 1 box delivered from our multi-box shipment last week, randomly turned up without the rest of them. So we've already added that inventory to the system, and indeed several of you have purchased items from it already. But our bulk shipment, the main wad of stuff with brush toilets and wet pallets.
What have any shaky sticks though, will it?
I think we might have a few shaky sticks.
I didn't think there was any when we ordered.
No, that was the bigger order that we've done that's still in processing.
Maybe then. I think maybe should be the answer on that
Yeah,
one.
I think maybe we might have some shaky sticks.
I'm going to give away free hydrate.
Free hydrate, free hydrate.
Just because I'm thirsty.
That's alright, darling.
Don't forget you can use the email notification on the products which are out of stock, so as soon as they come back into stock, you get an email saying they're here. You can also just keep an eye on the website. I nearly said wet site then. You can keep an eye on the wet site.
Oh.
So,
do you want this paint then?
yes, bear with me a minute. Do you want to switch palettes?
Yes, that's what I said. I don't know how else I was going to get it to you.
Christmas weather wreath. I read that wrong. Christmas weather, no. Christmas wreath needs shaking up a lot.
I cleaned Nathan's palette. These blobs are what he's just put in, but I cleaned the palette and now I've got it, so now I've got a clean palette. Look.
Yay!
Yay!
Clean palette.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you. So,
you're going to cost the delivery man as he arrives.
I was going to tell you something. I can't remember where it was because you started. I can't remember what it was. I had something to say about Green Stuff World.
Green Stuff World is on its way,
Yeah, so it's on its way. No, don't know. It'll come back to me later.
Try remember.
Yeah, it'll come back to me later. So just, I don't know. Not been at work today. Oh, we have got some new Pokemon. Well, not new. Some Pokemon that we've had before, but not for some time. So one of our suppliers. I don't know whether it was a mistake or not, but we got in there at the appropriate time to get it organised. So one of our suppliers listed some Pokemon stuff that's been out of availability for quite some time. Last Friday, and I just happened to see it on the daily stock list at the right moment, so I managed to get on the phone to them and buy up a big chunk of what they had available. So soon, if you are a Pokemon fan, soon we will have, within the next day or two, we will have a large amount of Pokemon that hasn't been available for some time. Ooh.
Okay. Question.
Is there a Reaper paint that is a kind of bluey, silver, greyish colour? Now then, I think that there is, but I would have to be stood in front of the paint rack, looking to tell you what the colour is. Or I'll have a look on the website and message you later and let you know.
So this is what I have so far.
But I think that there is. Awesome.
That's really good, baby.
Right now, so I'll list the colours I've used so far.
Go on.
Flat red, which is the red colour.
Yeah.
Fire lizard, which is the orange. Sun yellow, which is the yellow. Christmas wreath, which is the green, and then the colour I'm going to use next is, what does that say?
Ultramarine blue.
Ultramarine blue. And then I'll tell you the rest of the colours when I come to use them. So, ow. I just hit myself with paint.
Oh, I know what I was gonna. One thing that I was gonna say is, I need to have a little look at the feature on the website that allows people to get the out of stock notifications or back in stock notifications, because on another website which I use for ordering stock, they have a similar function, but what theirs appears to do, and I'm not sure if it does work in the way I think it is, but that when you put your email address in to say that you want a notification that a product has come back into stock, that it only gives those people that have given the email address and said that they want signing up for the notification, it like holds the stock for just those customers for a couple of hours or whatever, from when the email goes out, so that they kind of get first dibs. And I think that's a pretty cool idea, but I don't know whether ours can do that. Awesome. The colour I am trying to describe is on a pic I put on Discord. I'll mention you in it, and then you can see I'm not aiming to copy the mini in the pic, but I just love how they've done the art. Right, okay, cool. That sounds like an excellent idea.
They probably mix colours or something.
Oh, they might have done, yeah.
They might have mixed the colours. Wicked day. Just saying.
Ooh, what's going on there?
What's going on there? Where?
No, don't panic. It's only a...
I just panic.
Well, you don't need to.
I know, but like.
Right, are we ready?
Yeah.
We're going to have a look. Are we ready? There we go.
All right.
And we're back.
So, the way that I would do that Wicked D is I like to use Vallejo Steel, which is an air paint and is very, very bright, and then put a wash over the top of it. So, and for that I use Reaper's Steel Wash, which does give you a little bit of a bluey, silvery tone. So let me
She
just...
wants Reaper, though.
Hang on.
I know, I'm just saying, but she wants Reaper.
Let me just have a look in this cupboard here.
Okay, have a look in the
I
cupboard.
noticed last night that this guy's fallen off the...
We can't see what you're painting, sweetie. Come on.
Right. So this chap here...
Okay.
Oh, hang on. This guy here.
No.
Okay. Right. So this guy here, Wicked D, has got a little bit of a bluey tint to the armour, and that is Vallejo Model Air Steel. So that's a really bright silver, and then with the Reaper Steel wash over the top, so that gives it kind of like a grey, bluey tone to it, and then you can highlight it back up with the steel colour to make it super bright on the edges. Would be my recommendation. This guy should be part of a diorama, but he's got knocked off.
So, I've painted the blue. Now I'm going to use royal purple, which I think has got a ball bearing in.
Possibly.
Yeah. Paint, spider paint. I think this is blocked up. Yes, it is.
I'm going to use some Bal Red, which is an old GW ink.
Hey, Jester!
Hi. I don't even think there's anything in this.
There
Yeah,
should.
there is.
Jester says, how many hands? Yeah, you've got all three of us today. All three. Little Miss, me, and Mr. MLG. So what are you two painting over there?
Ashana, the genie, or Jinn.
I know, I'm just looking.
So Jester says, what's going on? Well, what's going on is it's school holidays. So Little Miss is here and not having to go to bed for school. and wanted to do some painting. So you've got all of us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So those two are using the same workbench over there and insisting on not staying in camera. And I've got my workstation over here.
Got all the space.
I haven't got any space. That's why you've got kit, because I have the computer and the keyboard and the mouse and everything else. So this is the space. This is all the space I have. Chaos. That's right, Jay. It's chaos. So sorry, baby. What are you painting? What's it called? Your little creaturey thing?
Hang on.
I catch the ball bearing.
Yeah, but
Talking of chaos, the little one has just chucked paint all over herself.
Why do you have to wipe it off me?
because you don't want to get it on your shorts, do you?
These shorts barely even fit me, Dad.
That's not a correct answer.
Ow, that hurts. Why do you have to be so rough?
Just trying to get the paint off you.
So,
That'll do.
I'm using rosy pink now.
And what's your creature called?
What's my creature called again, Dad? Please.
Quackle.
Quackle. Quackle? Quackle.
Coatl.
Quackle? Quackle.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to say it properly.
It's
Your dad could just say it.
it's a coatl.
Yes, thank you, Daddy.
It's a mythical snake bird beast.
Come on, don't break me.
And Little Miss is getting a head start on the Great MLG Brush Off theme for September, which is magic. So that is what her mini is for. What on earth are you doing?
I'm trying to wipe my paint.
Do you want me to help you? Do you want me to help you?
Yes, please. I can't even
Hang on.
Yes.
I found a mini that I really like for magic last night. I will show him off in just a moment. It's a mini that I've had for probably at least 20 years in my box of stuff.
You like having minis for long times.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's because I'm a hoarder.
Oh, what's a hoarder?
Someone who just collects stuff.
Yeah, that's you, Daddy.
So I'll just do this
There we go.
blue here. And I will no. The packet that he came out of is long gone, so I'm not entirely sure on the manufacturer, but I think it is either a Ralpather or TSR branded adventurer. It came out of a pack of Dwarf Adventurer minis, and it is this little dude who is like Dwarf Gandalf.
He's Dwarf Gandalf. Will you tell us, Daddy?
Well, Gandalf is a wizard from Lord of the Rings, and looks a bit like this guy with a big beard and a big pointy hat and what have you. And ever since people have seen pictures of Gandalf, they've tried to make wizards look a bit like him. And it's kind of become a staple image for wizards. So this Dwarf Wizard, and all it says on the bottom of his base is AAC. But he came out of a blister pack with a bunch of other dwarfs, and they're all really nice sculpts. So there was a fighter with a halberd and a big pole with a massive heavy blade on the end. And there was a paladin, and there was a cleric, and there was a rogue. I think there's five of them all together. And I've still got them all. The cleric's staff's broken, but it's really super thin. So I haven't been able to fix it. Could be a Grenadier mini, Tony. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I think it's like Ralpather, Grenadier, TSR. I can't remember. It was in a proper traditional card-backed blister with a plastic front. Oh, it's a barbarian. So there's a barbarian with a double-handed axe, and he's kind of like got big trousers and a thing on. And then there's a dwarf with a knife and a bag of treasure.
Rogue, probably.
Yeah. And then the cleric and this guy, and then the fighter chap with the halberd. That's what there was.
I'm glad that you've remembered.
And I bought it at the Triples Wargame show at Sheffield University when it used to be at the at the uni.
What were the other things that you found out the other day then?
I was too bright. Yeah, these that I showed you this morning. These are some original There's some original 1980s Citadel Dark Elf miniatures. So, in fact, there are probably Marauder miniatures, which is another brand that got absorbed within the Citadel miniatures line. So we've got a whole bunch of these guys from the 80s to do some work with. No, we don't want that, do we? We want a Black Stallion.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's the name of the paint.
Okay.
Oh. Where's my pokey tool?
Pokey tool?
Yeah, you had it.
Okay.
You've got the whole nest of pins there.
There you go.
Thank you. Oh no, I want that colour.
What colour?
Uh,
Grey.
yeah, like grey, purpley kind of colour.
Okay, right. Paintbrush.
Black Stallion!
Okay, why do you have to be so over the top? All the time.
Green Stuff World. Black Stallion. Good colour.
Right. I have finished my brightly coloured little guy.
That's not finished though, is it?
You didn't even let me finish my sentence.
Oh,
but-
sorry.
But I haven't finished it completely yet. Because I need some black wash.
Black wash?
Black.
And what are you going to do with black wash?
Wash it with wash.
Do you really want black? Because that'll really dull down the yellow and stuff. Or are you going to highlight it back up again just to...
I'm going to highlight it back up again with gold.
Oh, what other colour washes could you?
Well, you could use coloured washes for each colour.
No, I'm not going to all that work to try and make it.
You need to come closer. And I'll bring your thing down. Tony says, got an 80s Chaos Death Jester. He's proper ugly. We were rummaging around yesterday. This is the thing, you see. We were rummaging around trying to find the Sophie Sage for me and something magical that Little Miss could paint, which is how she found the one that she's doing now. So we were rummaging through Nathan's box of old stuff, and there was some epic scale Space Marines, wasn't there? And there was like so much stuff. You know, when he goes, I ain't got that much. No, there was so much stuff. So this is how come he's raked out some more of his bits and pieces that he's found.
Yeah, shake it up.
And obviously, me and Little Miss have stolen some that we quite like that were in there as well. There's some cool skeletons and things that I may have acquired.
Okay, so what brush can I use to paint it? Tell me a brush.
Well, are you just going to put it over the whole mini?
Yes.
That one then.
I don't want to ruin it.
Are you going
That's
show
fine,
us?
that's fine.
Yeah, mini.
Mine?
Yeah.
No, I've already
You're
done
going to
that.
hold it up? And I'll try and hold it there, baby, because that's into it. That looks cool.
I can't hold it any stiller.
It's fine, that's as still as you need to be.
Like just wobbling all over the place.
Yeah, you're going to turn it around?
I'm wobbling all over the place because I can't hold my hand still.
That's cool, baby, that's fine. Sorry for, making you hold it.
It's okay. Get some
How
back.
are you getting on with that genie? You're not really showing us that genie.
Oh, it's just trying to make sure Little Miss has got enough room because she's most important.
I am not most important.
Of course, that's what you'd say. Anyway, yeah, she's going all right. I'm just waiting for her skirts and the smoke to dry so I can do a little bit more on that. We're going to do her hair. So I've just mixed a little bit of the white that you made so much of accidentally. with some black stallion to put
What
some
is black
put some highlights in her hair.
Push.
No, it's just black paint.
Oh, is it?
Stallion's a horse.
Yes, I know. I knew that.
What was I had something else I was going to tell everybody. Don't forget, there's no stream tomorrow night
Why?
So we're out.
because we're out.
Doing what?
Oh, we'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after the stream tonight, we're gonna do some DIY. Aren't we?
It needs shaking up again. Oh, I think there's a Pokemon in chat.
There's a Pokemon in chat, there is. Well done, good spotting.
I
J-Star
clicked
says,
up.
no! I think that Wicked D is either just going to do a normal stream or maybe doing a little bit extra to fill in the void of no stream from us. What do we reckon to Paint Tuesdays then? Do we like 2 Paint Tuesdays? Would we rather just have Nathan paint on his torch?
I think what they'd really rather is have Mrs. MLG Tuesdays.
No, I don't think so. What do you reckon to 3 Paint Tuesdays? Is it too much chaos? I think Nathan would prefer a little more room.
If we were going to do 3 Paint Tuesdays, a regular thing, we'd have to have
Oh, I don't know if Hamish is on.
the different camera setup.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, Tony likes 2 Paint. I don't know. I haven't heard from Hamish J. Let's see if I can find him
Okay.
and see if he says. Because that's at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
J-Star says, what about Mr. MLG does DIY Tuesdays? How about that? Oh yeah, can you imagine us filming us hammering nails in at the shop? He hasn't said on his Twitter whether he is or not. And normally he says.
I know, my mini's gonna fall off.
So maybe just keep an eye on his Twitter and he might update it. But so far it hasn't said either way. So sorry. I don't know. John's caught the Pokemon.
Yay!
Pokemon. I'm making my my mini look a bit like a Lady of the Night here, but that's the colours that she wears, so I'm not sure.
Well, she
I know
does,
she's supposed to be the sexier one out of the 3, isn't she? And she's the
youngest.
young one, but still. And I didn't sculpt her with her leg hanging out the side. Obviously.
My mini's very cold.
It's metal.
Yeah. My mini's metal as well. So me and Little Miss are painting metal minis. What's yours? Is yours plastic?
Mine's bones black.
So
Plastic.
we had to prime ours. Me and Little Miss had to prime ours. So I used black primer, which is the black that you can see, just Reaper black primer. What did you use? Grey,
Yeah.
sweetheart.
Yes, I use grey primer. Grey primer, but what was it called? Grey primer.
It's
grey.
Reaper Grey Primer.
Here we go.
Brush on grey.
Is it Reaper?
Yep.
Okay. Ugh. Ooh. Right.
Alright,
Let's
sweetie.
wait for mine to dry. Ooh, what's going on?
They would like you to look down the camera lens and say hello.
Wicked D would like you to look down the camera lens and say hello.
Daddy? Oh.
It's alright.
This card is for the 2 group. You know I have no room here, right?
My mini kit's falling off its base bit.
That's even worse. That's even worse. She says she knows I've got no room. She knows it is literally impossible, but I have to do it anyway. Right. I've got to move everything so I don't get my hair in the paint. Even though, to be fair, it is the same colour. I'm going to attempt. Are we ready? You're going to watch, sweetheart, and tell me if I'm in.
Yeah.
Am I in?
No.
Hello.
Yes.
That light is right in my eye.
You're not doing that.
Hi. Hi, Ricky D. Hello. Hello.
Birds?
I'm blind now, I can't see.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
A bit startled.
Yeah, you can just shout hello. Shout hello, Wickedy.
Hello, Wickedy!
Wow. I know I said shout, that was my fault. I'm sorry.
You asked for shout, so I shouted.
It's fine.
Yeah, I can shout very loud. I can shout louder than that.
No.
Okay.
So, are you finished painting? Because none of you painting in stream again.
You've missed loads of little bits. There. Here, right? So there's a bit there.
John the Templar is the
There's bits
best.
under here.
John Templar's the best.
Just need touching up, sweet.
John is the best.
John is the best.
Oh, what do we need to chant?
No, we didn't need to.
Oh,
No, we didn't need to. We just were. That was the kind of thing that we did.
D
So I'm
is
gonna have to
excited.
wait for both of those to dry now. What am I gonna do while I'm waiting for those guys to dry? I suppose I could stick my dwarf to a base.
What dwarf?
My magic dwarf.
You could stick my thing.
Well,
on
I
the
offered to
base.
stick it to a base. But you said you didn't want it.
Can we stick my thing on a base? Someone?
We have a drawer full of bases. It's just a case of picking a base that is irrelevant.
Can I look through the drawer of bases?
There's nothing on your stream now. Oh, John's clapping. John's clapping. Well done, everybody.
I'll just shove this there.
Where's my guy gone?
Keep
Cheers.
Cheers.
I've got a magic sword to paint. haven't I?
Oh
Right, he's-
god, put my mini in the frame.
I need a better base for it. Need something that's gonna hold in the painting holder.
Oh, let's do dance. Everybody dance.
Just
Just random now.
yeah. Oh, silly.
Thanks, John. Thanks for the cheers.
Thank you. Right then. So you want me to stick your coatl on a base?
Please, quackle.
So it's got a very narrow point, hasn't it, of impact. So what is best glue to use for that metal mini on a base, and what's the best way to do it?
So we're going to use super glue. What we're going to try and do is use super glue onto this Citadel 40mm plastic base. Hasn't got a very large contact point underneath it. So we're going to be careful.
That's the flat bit.
Yeah, that flat bit is it.
Stick it on the flat bit.
Yeah.
Why don't you? There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Comfy.
Oh, what's going on there?
What's on the way?
That's alright.
So, little
I've got
miss,
it.
you are 9 years old. What's your favourite part of painting minis? Why do you like doing it?
Just gives me inspiration to do stuff.
Inspiration to do stuff, what do you mean?
Different minis that inspire me to do different drawings.
Drawing?
Because of the colours which I paint them.
Alright.
The colours mean something
So,
in my thing.
so you like doing the art?
Because
Okay.
I like doing art.
Well, that's good then, isn't it? Is there anything about painting minis that you don't like?
What if I cry metal ones?
Well, that's only like one layer of grey or whatever. You just want to get straight stuck in
Yeah.
without having to wait for it to dry.
Mm-hmm.
But the brush on primer dries really fast though, doesn't it? Because we did only prime them before the stream.
Yeah.
You are supposed to like wait for them to dry a bit longer. But
Yeah.
have you got any questions that you want to ask Dad about minis and painting and games and stuff?
Yeah. What do you like about them? Just the
Yeah,
one
what a-
simple question. What do you like about them?
Yeah, I like playing games and having fun. It's good just having a bit of like camaraderie with your friends while you're playing games and stuff. And painting miniatures I find very relaxing. So it's good to just kind of not have to worry about anything that's going on in real life. You can just kind of get absorbed, like reading a book or something like that. It's just I find it very relaxing. So I've got this flaming sword spell effect, which I've had kicking around on the desk for a little while. So rather than just keep moving it out of the way, might as well try and get it finished off. So we're going to use some contrast paint, some Iandan yellow for those flames, and then we'll build up a little bit more colour on those once that is dry.
Are you finished?
No.
What are you doing there?
I'm just
Just going to make an excuse up for why I'm going over
There's
here.
only 6 minutes left. So, do you want Dad just to go into the middle and is that it? You gone?
No. I was going to
No.
I
Okay.
wanted to get something.
Okay, Wiki D says, I like painting because you have to concentrate that much on what you're painting. There is no room to think about the real world.
I found out that I didn't need to get anything, so.
There you go. So you'll have to be careful in case she falls off, but should be it should be fine. Should be fine. That glue should be fine.
I'm trying to drop it already.
What you like?
This isn't going to a good start.
Got all this white paint to use up. What are we going to do with that? I'm going to
Where have you got all that white paint for? What a metal waste!
Oh no, there's some glue in there.
Single glue where? You
I'll
just
just-
stick
I'll
your
just-
finger in glue.
No, blue.
Oh,
Put my finger in the blue
Sounded
paint.
like glue.
And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue in there because I'm going to try and get all sorts done this evening. We've got some basing material here.
Can I have a dry brush somewhere?
A dry brush.
Dry brush?
Yeah.
Okay, I need a small because I'm dry brushing my mini.
That one.
Okay.
What makes a good dry brush?
Oh, a brush that's soft and easily maneuverable, I find.
Does it have to be flat?
It doesn't necessarily have to be flat. Some of the dry brushes that I like using the most have rounded ends on, but when you're dry brushing very small areas,
Does that even show now?
when you're dry brushing very small areas, it's difficult sometimes to find a brush suitable. Can you stick the base material with white paint? No, it wouldn't stick very well at all. So I am using PVA glue, which is just normal craft store.
She was thinking use it with them.
Ah, right, yeah. Sadly not, but I am going to use it to undercoat a couple of minis that I've got lying around here. I'm just gonna brush it on a couple of figures. I've got that little dwarf that I showed off. He needs undercoating, so we'll wax some on him. And then I've also got a Demogorgon, which is
Demogorgon.
I'll show you in a sec.
Okay.
Demogorgon mini, which I'm going to be painting in September, so we'll get a bit used up on him as well.
Okay.
So, this Tyranid Warrior, I've painted part of his base with the PVA glue.
What?
the one that I was working on last night. I did their bases last night, didn't I? Oh, right, sorry. So this Tyranid Warrior here. So we've got
That's a bit too much.
this guy, and I've put a little bit of glue onto the Sector Mechanicus base that he's got. So it looks like our world, our planet has been overrun by the desert. So it'll match in with the rest of the army because they've got a variety of different bases, and I want them all to look like they're part of the same team. So we're gonna do these guys the same. They've got some nice recesses on their bases, so I want them to all look like they're part of the same group. There's a wild Teddy Ursa. Oh, I've heard of Teddy Ursa.
It's a teddy Ursa.
It looks like a teddy.
Oh yeah, it's like a big. It's basically a teddy bear, but like a yellowy brown teddy bear, but with a half moon on one of its eyes. No, not on one of its eyes, like on its forehead. I think.
Yeah, and what does it turn into? Can you remember?
No, I don't think it turns into anything. I just think it
no,
plays Pokemon its whole life.
Oh no, it turns into another bear.
Does it?
Yeah, and I can't remember what it's called.
Oh,
Turns into like a.
The one that rescues Team Rocket.
No, that's a different one.
That's a basic shape all its life. So I think it's like a big brown, like proper bear.
Oh yeah, like a big scary grizzly type thing.
with a half moon on its eyeball.
Ursaluna.
What?
Ursaluna? Is that what it turns into?
If you say so, Wicked D.
I don't know. I don't know. Dad, can I put some basic material on my little guy?
One of you is going to paint in the middle of the screen. I know you are, so we're not just staring at the green map.
If you want to use the basing material, sweetie, you can use it's that bit there.
Yes, okay.
What have you done to me dry brush? Covered it in gold paint.
I didn't mean to. Oh, my mini. All over.
To make it super bright.
Tiny little mini. So.
It's not a speed painting challenge, you know. You don't have to rush it all in 1 hour.
Did that go good or bad?
It was her little miss ripping her mini out of the painting holder. Ah dear. Good fun. Teddy Ursa has been caught by Tony Howell and John the Templar. Congratulations.
Oh, so can more than one person catch it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes nobody catches it.
Yeah, and then like it gets classed as the Pokemon has run away, the wild Pokemon has run away. Run away? Is that right? I don't know.
Yeah, nobody caught it. It's escaped. Sometimes it's fixed, and it doesn't let anybody catch it. Yeah.
Come on, you two. Do some painting in the middle. Come on, I know you want to.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Oh.
Don't turn it too bad. Is that the best basing way, is it, my darling? Just put the entire mini in it.
Yeah, just cram it in.
So you've got a minute until the end of the stream. What are you both going to tell me? Yeah, what are you both going to tell me?
What are you doing now?
Need some glue. Where's the glue?
There.
Glue.
If we do 3 Paint Tuesday again, we need to have a different camera setup. So Little Miss and I aren't fighting for space.
We're fighting for space. Well, we are now, but like... Just shove the whole mini in again. my painting technique.
Yeah. So there we go. Little dwarf guy, undercoated, ready for magic in September. Is that done? Is it? Is that done? You've finished it. Blasted it out in the space of no time at all.
Has it not got any eyes?
No.
Have you put any eyes on it?
It doesn't have eyes because I can't paint eyes.
Come on, that can't be done.
Fine.
And what's your dad done? Let's have a look at your dad's.
What have I done? I've undercoated this dwarf
Right.
in bright white. I've done a little bit of stuff to me Genie. She's a little bit further along. I'm going to hold her further away from the camera because nobody wants to see how messy it looks close up.
Oh, just show us close up.
I've done ink washing on 5 snake people. And I've done basing material on 3 Tyranid Warriors. And I've painted the blade flame effect on this shiny flamey weapon thing.
And are we all happy with our progress?
Done loads, yeah. I think it's been a productive session.
Right.
And now I'm going to try and use this white paint up on the Demigorgon, which is this guy.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, this huge Demigorgon mini.
So, thank you Tony, thank you John, thank you Wicked D for all being with us on this very bizarre, thank you Jay for being with us on this very bizarre stream of us not really doing a lot and me shouting at them too for not being in the camera. But thank you the 4 of you for being with us. I really appreciate it. We're not here tomorrow, but we are back on Monday for normal streaming.
Normal service resumes.
Normal things, yeah. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you. Bye.